Hello students, in this session we are going to discuss visibility modes used in C++. When we talk about the concept of inheritance, we talk about how we derive a class from a base class. While deriving this from one class to another class, we use this with the help of some access controls or access specifiers. That is, a derived class is derived from a base class using one of the access specifiers like public, private or protected. In one of these modes only, we are going to use or derive the derived class from the base class. What exactly are these access specifiers doing, or the visibility modes doing? Nothing but they are going to tell you the scope of the members of the base class in the derived class, or what is the role of the members of the base class in the derived class. Okay, for this one we'll take an example and we'll see, and the syntax goes something like this. Here, if the derived class is there, like a class derived, here the name of the class derived class is derived, followed by a colon, then the name of the base class. Before that one, we need to write the visibility mode. Okay, so it may be public, it may be private, or it may be protected. So here you need to write the visibility mode. You need to write the visibility mode, which may be either it may be private, it may be public, or it may be protected also. Any one of these can use, and depending on the mode we are using, this class is going to have scope in the derived class. Depending on these one only, up to what extent is it used, that will be, the scope will be decided depending on this one only. So what will be the scope of the base class in the derived class will be measured or will be decided using these access specifiers only. Now we'll take an example, and with that example we will discuss, I'll try to explain it clearly, like what will be the scope of a base class if I have derived it using private, or if I have derived a base class using public, or with a protected. Now first of all we'll see, suppose I have a base class here, suppose I have a class A. Now class A have some private data in it, that is data nothing but it may be having some data members and some member functions in it. Now it may also have some public data, it may also have some protected data. It may have private, public and protected data. Now I want to inherit this base class into a derived class. So suppose I have a class B. Here even class B also has its own data. Class B, which is a derived class, as of now what we are discussing, it have its own data. So its own data, again some data may be private, some may be public and some may be protected also. Some data may be protected also. Now what did I say? I wanted to derive class B from class A. I wanted to derive class B from class A. Now I told you three access specifiers or three visibility modes. What are they? Private, public and protected. Private, public and protected. First of all, let us see, what if the base class is derived in public mode? What if the base class is derived in public mode? Means class B is getting inheritance from where? From class A. In which mode? In public mode. So public A. Okay, so with this line, with this one line, what happened? Inheritance is done. Fine. Now come to these data. If you observe, A have some private members, some public members and protected members. even we have some private, public and protected members. Now let me tell you, always the private data will not be inherited. Always the private data will not be inherited. That means in the base class I have some private data. This data will not be inherited into any derived class. That means this data does not have any access. Right? Now coming to next, public and protected data. These two data are remaining same in the derived class also. That means whatever public data is there will come and settle in the public section, and whatever protected data is there will be protected only in the derived class. I repeat, private data cannot be inherited. Private data cannot be inherited into the base derived class. So no, it is not inherited. Coming to public and protected type of data, when you are inheriting, when you are deriving as public, then public data remains public and private data remains private only. Okay. Now coming to next one, let us think that I am deriving it, I am inheriting it using private data, using private visibility mode. Okay. Now suppose I have a class C here. Again, it has its own data, like it have some private data, it have some public data and it have some protected data. It have private, public and protected data. Here, as I told you before only, just a minute. As I told you earlier that, right, first of all we'll write the syntax for it. What is it? Class C, colon. I wanted to derive this, I wanted to inherit it. In which mode? In private mode. In private mode. So the visibility mode will be private followed by name of the base class. That is A. Okay. Now, as I told you before, here also, private data of the base class cannot be accessed outside in any mode. Okay. So private data, no, it cannot be accessed. That means base class private data cannot be accessed in the derived class. Coming to next thing, whatever public data is there, public data becomes protected when it enters into the child class. The public data of the parent class, I repeat, the public members, the public data of the parent class become private when it enters into the child class. In the same way, protected data also becomes private. Protected data also becomes private when it enters into the child class. So, when you are deriving a class in private mode, what happens? Private data can't be changed. Then the public and protected data will be private in the child class. In the base class they are public and protected. When it comes to the turn of child class, this data, when it is used in the child class, this data, public and protected data, when used in the child class, they become private data. Now, further let us discuss. Suppose I have one more class. For example, I have class D. Now, let us think that C is the base class and D is the derived class. Let us say C is the base class and D is the derived class. Now, again, it has its own data like private, public and protected. It has its own data. Now, I wanted to inherit class D from class C. I wanted to inherit class D from class C. So, what is the parent class here? C is the parent class and D is the derived class. Now, I wanted this inheritance in private mode, not private, protected mode. I want this inheritance in protected mode. That means, how do we write here? We write it something like this. I am writing it here. Class D, which is the child class which I wanted to get the inheritance from. then comes the visibility mode. I want it in protected mode. Protected, what is the name of the base class? We thought it is C. Okay, now see here. Here I cannot access the private data as usual. So private data of any base class cannot be accessed outside the base class. That is, you have to remember it. It is a rule. That's it. So private data, no, it cannot be accessed. So this private data will not come and join here. No, this private data will not come and join in this set of data. That is clear. That means that, see here, A have put a restriction. The class A have put a restriction. That is, if one inheritance is done, accepted only in private mode. That means only you can use it. Who? Only C can use it. You can't give my qualities to somebody else. A can't give these qualities to somebody else. That is how it is restricted. Okay. Now, coming to protected mode, when we talk about private data in the base class, no, it is not inherited because it is written in the private section. Coming to public and protected data, public data will become protected when it comes to child class. Public data becomes protected when it comes to child class. In the same way, protected data becomes protected when it comes to child class. Protected data becomes protected when it comes to child class. These are the different visibility modes in C++. Now, if we talk in simple, when I am accessing it in public mode, that means I am deriving a class from the base class in public mode, then I can't inherit private data. And whatever public and protected data members are there, they remain the same. That means public remains public and protected remains protected. Protected remains protected. Right? Coming to next one, that is, suppose if I try to access it or if I try to inherit it using private, that means I am using the base class in private mode. So if I am using it in private mode, then of course the private members of the base class cannot be used. The private members of the base class cannot be used. Second thing, public members of the base class. Public members of the base class will become what? Will be private here. Public members of the base class will be private, and also protected members of the base class will also be private only. Public members will be private, and also protected members also will be private. Okay. Now coming to the protected mode. In a protected mode, like suppose you are deriving the class using protected visibility mode, then protected here also, that means base class is protected here. So here also you cannot access the members of the base class when you are accessing when you have private members there. Private members cannot be accessed in any of the cases. Now coming to public members, the public members of the base class. Public members of the base class will be protected. Will be protected, and private members, protected members will be protected only. Okay. So this is how visibility modes will work in C++. So hope today's class was clear. Thank you.